just when Nigerians thought that bomb blasts and other terrorist activities were gradually waning in the country. The past few weeks have seen a resurgence of terrorist activities, particularly in the northern part of the country. Now, the reappearance of terrorist activities formed a major part of discussions at a meeting between the Senate President and the Northern Reawakening Forum recently in Abuja. Just when Nigerians thought that bomb attacks were gradually waning in the country, the past 2 weeks have seen a resurgence of terrorist attacks, particularly in the northern part of the country. Tuesday's bomb blast in Kaduna is an addition to the tales of terror and senseless killings. No religious group has been exempted from the horror of terrorism, as both churches and mosques have been attacked. The resurgence of the terrorist attacks in the country is on the minds of members of the Northern Reawakening Forum who came to meet with the Senate President.
We believe to be able to coordinate the activities of the states, to disseminate information, and to find ways of assisting the states to access, financial grants and aids, so that they can be assisted with help, assistance, and information on the best practices that are being employed in the agriculture sector. Like I said, Your Excellency, peace and reconciliation has been a major challenge in northern Nigeria, and we believe that there should be an interfaith dialogue that will engender discussion, dialogue, and continuous engagement amongst people of different faith, people of different ethnic backgrounds in northern Nigeria, with a view to increasing the level of understanding, friendship, camaraderie, and brotherhood amongst people, so that it could serve as a basis for ameliorating the challenge we have in northern Nigeria in terms of these conflicts.
We are determined that this insecurity, we must bring it to an end. And I believe with the political will and leadership of the President, Muhammad Buhari, and the commitment of all of us, I'm sure that we will do that. And I think Nigerians should be rest assured that nobody is going to sleep or stop until we put an end to this, whatever is required. There's no doubt about that we must look at the development of northern Nigeria, not only just for the purpose of northern Nigeria. My view is that the unity of a country is better done where every part of that country is contributing equitably to the GDP of that country. For as long as one part of the country feels that another part is not, you're not going to have unity. To be we are doing and you are just taking. And I think that is a challenge for why it is important that we must develop northern Nigeria for the unity of Nigeria, not just for the development of northern Nigeria.
The group also listed some problems confronting the northern part of the country, which they are anxious that the present administration should address.
The level of illiteracy in northern Nigeria is very high, and the level of private investment in education is lowest in northern Nigeria. So we advocated for the holding of an education summit, calling together key stakeholders to discuss a very robust way forward, how to get out of the present quagmire in terms of the educational challenges we have in northern Nigeria.
There's no doubt about that we must look at the development of northern Nigeria, not only just for the purpose of northern Nigeria. My view is that the unity of a country is better done where every part of that country is contributing equitably to the GDP of that country. For as long as one part of the country feels that another part is not, you're not going to have unity. To be we are doing and you are just taking.
Senator Saraki also maintained that every part of the country is important and should be encouraged to actively participate in the development of the nation. Now, this is where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of the Gavel. If you have any views on any of the issues discussed, do email us on thegavel@channelstv.com. Thank you for staying with us and see you again next week.